The Fight Show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
On Sunday, August 31st, WWE in Paris.
An absolutely incredible scene.
Create a masterpiece.
This is what World Wrestling Entertainment is all about.
WWE Clash in Paris.
Hey guys, you are listening to The Fight Show here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, looking at WWE Clash in Paris. This show is far later than scheduled. I understand that, so hopefully you guys have time to listen to it. Just got overrun with things to do yesterday. Had to go to, or I was invited to, didn't have to go, but wanted to go to this MMA seminar with UFC's Ian Garry, a fighter who is a future UFC champion, has only suffered one loss. We've spoken about him loads here on this show. Was invited to that seminar and took my son to that. Came back and we had a poor day on the pitch with my football picks. The first one that we've had so far this season. First really poor card. And that meant I had to get my head down, try to work a little bit harder, recuperate, got in line with my college football guys to try and put out some consensus plays, get on the same page with those. It was a late night, and I wish I'd gone straight to bed because it ended up being a really poor day. I don't run away from my losses. I acknowledge them the same way I acknowledge the wins. I just don't talk about losses as much because we don't have that many. But yesterday was one of those days. We call it Black Saturday. And we ran into a Black Saturday yesterday, and I'll acknowledge that. And that can happen. It's human nature. You want to get back what you lost. We're very good at usually controlling that. But Saturday is a very difficult day, notoriously. There's so many things to bet on. So many sports are doing their thing on Saturday. We had college football yesterday. We had tennis yesterday. Didn't do horrendously in tennis, but football and college football were bad start to the college football season. In fact, I think we had a win in week 0, but this is the real start, and it was a bad start. It was a bad start across the board, but I don't compare myself to poor cappers. I expect them to be bad, and I expect us to be good, and I hold my service to a higher level. And it was a poor start. It was a poor day, and as I said, that can happen. The Saturday lines are very, very well put together. There aren't too many advantages on Saturday, yet a lot of people want a lot of action, and there is a lot of action that you can find. A lot of soccer games, a lot of tennis matches, a lot of college football yesterday. People want you to get involved. Sometimes you can take the bait, and yesterday we took that bait. It's a rarity that we chase a loss, not that that's necessarily what we were doing, and B, succumb to the occasion of people wanting plays. The more you do it, the less you'll do it moving forward. And being 12 years into this and never having a losing month ever, I'm much less inclined to do it. It was also down to the fact that this month of August, we have absolutely finger banged it. It has been an absolute breeze. So we had so much bankroll to play with. And with that comes a sense of untouchability. And we did feel somewhat untouchable. We did feel like we could bring it back. After a poor soccer card, I immediately recouped 2 units with a couple of plays, including an in-play on Cena to win 3-1 against Shapovalov. And I felt like we could get it all back. And that was stupid and not something that I do very often. But overall, as I said, I still run the service, lockbetting.com. My spreadsheets are there for you guys to see. In a few days, you'll be able to see the month of August, and you'll be able to see what a shitty Black Saturday we actually had, because it will be there right on the transparent spreadsheets that are about to accumulate to 147 months in a row of transparent and track profit. What that means is that I haven't had a single losing month in sports betting for over 12 years. That's 12 years and 3 additional months. So 12 and a quarter years undefeated in sports betting. When you look at it month to month, have I had losing days? Yes, I lost yesterday massively. Do I have losing weeks? Yeah, of course I do. That has taken me into a losing week. So it's a losing day that's led to a losing week. But I've never had a losing month, and August won't be one. It will be the 147th month in a row of transparent and track profit. So, as you guys know, if you want to follow the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, they are at the SGP Network. If you want to follow me, I'm the host of the Soccer Gambling Podcast. I am at SGP Soccer. Be sure to enter the free roll football contest because it's back. It's free to enter. You pick every NFL game against the spread. $3,000 to first place, $4,000 if you're a Patreon. That's that. You can enter that over at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll. We've also got 25% off everything in the merch store when you use the promo code football. So be sure to check it out. That includes merchandise for my podcast, the Soccer Gambling Podcast. And finally, be sure to join the SGPN Survivor Contest. It's a $100 entry and it's winner takes all. Get involved with that by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. If you want to make sure you never miss any of the free picks or any of the free pods from anybody here at the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, be sure to download the SGPN app. It really is the most convenient way to make sure you never miss any of our free picks or any of our free pods. It's available wherever you get your apps. Also, be sure to download the Lock Betting Podcast and the Lock Betting YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe, to the Lock Betting Podcast and the Lock Betting YouTube channel for free additional picks and content from me. Over on the Lock Betting YouTube, Cav, my colleague in making NFL picks, since we got together, we've been 11-0 for seasons in the NFL, never had a losing season, and he's posting out 32 team previews, and it's short form, digestible content, and it's over on the Lock Betting YouTube, just 90 to 120 seconds per team to get you ready for the NFL season. That's also where you find my EPL opening line report every single week. On the Lock Betting Podcast, you'll find the Bundesliga show, you'll find the European show, where you have to subscribe to that, but it's such a cheap price, and it's such an amazing show. It's well worth getting, and that is also where we'll be covering the NFL for free this season. We'll be giving our leans every single week for the NFL games, and that will begin back this week over on the Lock Betting Podcast. But as I said, to get my official plays, I spoke about it already at the top of the show, head over to lockbetting.com. We're coming off a horrible day, and we are looking to bounce back, but we've already secured our 147th month in a row of transparent and track profit, and we are looking for month number 148 in the month of September, and you can be a part of it. Be sure to sign up to get those NFL futures, those Champions League futures. We have an 81% all-time futures record, so they're well worth signing up for. And overall, this is a service that makes a tracked and transparent profit. You can find the spreadsheets over at where you sign up, which is lockbetting.com, or you can head over to the Instagram to find the latest spreadsheets. The latest spreadsheets are posted there. The latest 3 are pinned to the top of the page. You can also find betting information videos and free plays as well. And it's also a place to contact me if you have any questions about lock betting. But I encourage you to look at these spreadsheets, do your due diligence, do your research. I'm one of the few transparent and track people that are actually telling you to look through my spreadsheets, because most of these guys don't have one, because that will give you the idea. That will give you an idea of the type of bets we do, the sports we bet on, and most importantly, how we sensibly manage a bankroll, making this accessible for anybody looking to start investing in sports rather than gambling on sports.
Logan Paul is an undeniable presence. Logan Paul is a tremendous athlete. Logan Paul is a future WWE champion. Logan Paul is a future WrestleMania main event. These are things I believe to be true. And boy, they make me upset. And they make you upset too, don't they? Yeah, and I can tell why you're upset. For years, you have been calling him everything, but you've stuck on this one term for Logan Paul. I guess Dublin chooses wanker, but the term I keep hearing is Logan Paul is an outsider. We got to course correct. You guys, he ain't leaving. We're stuck with him. Logan Paul is not an outsider. Logan Paul's a disappointment. You're a disappointment because we were so excited when you came here, man. I sat and talked to you for hours on your podcast. As a family, we opened our arms to you, and instead of respecting this house, what the hell do you do? You use us as some branding opportunity to buy another Pokemon card. You got the audacity to come out here and bully my family, step into our home, and then brag to me that you put your life on the line for a grand total of 23 matches? Wow, 23. That's an amazing number. Because I have given my heart and soul to this business for 23 years. You understand? And that's not just premium live events or televised events or pay-per-views. That's non-televised events here in Dublin for the people that actually give a damn. In 2010, I fought Sheamus here with no cameras. You were making Vine videos with your brother. See, Logan, you got all this potential, but that's the one difference between me and you, and that's why they are the way they are. Every single time I step in this ring, whether I got 100 moves, 5 moves, or 1 move, all I do is ask one question, and my track record proves it. What can I give to this business? The reason they give you a hard time is because they can see you're slimy, dog. Every time you step in this ring, you got one question, but it's different. It's what can you take from this business? It does not matter, my man. I'm dropping some wisdom on you. Shut your mouth. It does not matter how fast you can run. It does not matter how high you can jump. It does not matter how many viral videos you create. These people can see through BS, man, and they know you're here for the wrong reasons. I'm gonna flip the script. Logan Paul is not an outsider. Logan Paul is a parasite. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. That sounds really good. Logan Paul is a parasite. Truth is a jagged pill, and the truth is you step into this business and suck everything you can from it. You have sucked opportunity away in my final moments of deserving superstars like Dom Mysterio, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, the Usos, Jacob Fatu, just to name them all. To see those legendary matches, and they think I am wasting my time with you. We haven't agreed a lot over the years, and that's what makes us strong. And the thing they know is I'm a man of my word, and what happened is you got lucky. You were first in line and asked for a match, and now you got one. And now, Clash in Paris is the most important match of your life. You know a lot about hustle. You know nothing about loyalty or respect. And the first thing you should understand, if you are going to make it in any long-term capacity in this business, this is never your house. I learned the hard way. This is their world. Cohabitation agreement. I read the news, homie. You got plenty of legal trouble. The only agreement we have is you better bring your A game to Paris. You understand? Because your opponent is the greatest of all time. And if you think for 1 second, in my final moments here, I'm just gonna let you waltz into Paris with your drone behind you, just some backflipping YouTuber selling salt water, you in for a long night. A Clash in Paris, you will either understand what it means to give up yourself to this business I love, or I'm gonna beat the ever-loving shite out of you.
So I wanted to pick and choose from these Cena Logan Paul segments. I wanted to take bits of one or take bits from another and kind of compile something together so you had an idea of the stuff that they've been doing in building up this match, but I couldn't pick and choose. I wanted to get to around about 6 or 7 minutes of audio, but I couldn't pick and choose because Cena has just been on absolute fire. You would think it would be somewhat underwhelming for him to now just be a babyface for the last 9 or 10 appearances, knowing that the heel turn didn't really work. And that was pretty much acknowledged by the way that they actually turned him back babyface, just doing it on a go-home SmackDown. But he has been absolute fire. He's been hitting Logan Paul with lines I never thought that Logan Paul would allow him to do. And it should be... credit should be given to Logan Paul for that, allowing him to do that. He's obviously very invested in this feud. He wants this to be great TV, and obviously he wants to go to Paris and have a great match. But who goes over in this contest? Is it a concession from Logan Paul to allow Cena to essentially destroy him with all of these lines? Because the ultimate outcome will be that Logan Paul is going over. And for Logan Paul to go over, because that's obviously a huge thing for Logan Paul and his future in the WWE, the concession is that John Cena is going to cut me up with these lines. We'll talk about it after I tell you guys that we're brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else, including the WWE. I'm always asked about where you bet on the WWE. Well, mybookie.ag is taking it upon themselves to be the best place to go to for WWE. So head over to mybookie.ag and use the promo code SGPN for a 100% bet back bonus, up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag and the promo code SGPN. Let me also tell you guys here about Rhythm. Rhythm has introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build and you can win $1,000. Be sure to get your 7-day free trial now by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM rhythm. Let me also utilize this pause to tell you guys that Underdog Fantasy has Best Ball Mania happening all summer long, and they're giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is simply the best way to play fantasy football. And they've also got a brand new offer right now for new customers. Play just $5 and you'll get yourself $50 in bonus bets when you use the promo code SGPN. And finally, we're also brought to you by Novik. This is a new sponsor for the SGPN, but they are America's #1 sports prediction market. So be sure to get in on the action with Novig. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend just $5 by using our promo code SGPN. So let's move on to looking at the betting lines here for Clash in Paris. And we're going to start with that match between Cena and Logan Paul, because for me, this is the main event tonight. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Seth Rollins is defending it in a fatal four-way match, but I cannot remember the last time a world title actually changed hands in a fatal four-way match. Triple threats and fatal four-ways are usually just a way to keep the championship on the champion, on the existing champion, and the guy that you usually pin doesn't get a title shot anytime soon, and the other two guys can turn around and say, hey, we weren't pinned. And in this situation, I think it could be CM Punk and Jey Uso. We'll talk about that match next, because I want to spend more time on Cena and Logan Paul. Cena is the 3-10 favourite, and Logan here is available at 9-4. Now, Cena's been booked strongly during this farewell tour, it's fair to say, and that was the correct decision because you made him the champion. He was the never seen 17. But now, do we go back to Cena finishing off by just putting everybody over? He's got 5 matches left. He's got more matches than appearances. Most of his appearances now will be matches with 9 to go. He's expected to wrestle here at the Clash. He's going to wrestle at WrestlePalooza. He's going to wrestle in Sydney. He's going to wrestle at Survivor Series, and then he's going to do his last match in December. So he's got 4 promotional appearances to promote 5 matches. Very weird the way this has worked out. It's because they chucked WrestlePalooza in at the last second for that Brock Lesnar match. So is he going to lose all 4 of those matches? How many is he going to win? A 2-2 split would not surprise me, but neither would a 1-3. I think Cena can lose this match. I mean, we're talking 5 matches. The Survivor Series, I believe he's going to be on the winning team in the Survivor Series. So that's a team match. So I think 2-3 is feasible. I think he could feasibly lose this match to Logan Paul, and then he could lose to Brock Lesnar, and he could bounce back in Sydney. He could then win with his Survivor Series team, and then he could go out on his back in his final match. That's fine for me. 3-2 or 2-3 makes sense. I don't think it's going to be as bad as 1-4, but I don't think it's going to be as strong as 4-1 either. So for me, I have this as a 50-50 match. And for that reason, I'm not interested in taking John Cena as a 3-10 favourite. I'm only interested in taking Logan Paul. Do I think he will win? No. I think you send Cena into WrestlePalooza with momentum, and then he loses to Brock Lesnar, and maybe you have Logan Paul interfere in that match, and maybe that sets up a rematch between Logan Paul and Cena puts him over on the second go-round. That would make a lot of sense. Or you could do it on the first go-round, and I think 9-4 on Logan Paul is too big for me to miss, and for me not to take him to win on the first go-round. Up next, we look at that fatal four-way match where Seth Rollins is understandably a 1-6 favourite. It's then 3-1 on Punk, 8-1 on Uso, and 9-1 on LA Knight. Seth Rollins wins. Champions win fatal four-way matches, especially champions that are new into their tenure. Seth Rollins so far has only had 1 defence. It was on Raw. It was against LA Knight. It was a DQ. This is Seth Rollins' chance to defend his championship properly on a PLE. And that's what he's going to do. And I think LA Knight, or maybe Jey Uso, but I think LA Knight will end up taking the pinfall here in this one. Up next, you got the Women's Intercontinental Championship, where Becky Lynch is a strong favourite here at 2-7, with Nikki Bella here at 5-2. Nikki Bella's not winning this championship. Not if Lyra Valkyria didn't. I don't see what you gain from Nikki winning it. Obviously, it'll be huge on social media, and I understand that. I'd understand giving Nikki her big moment if your champion wasn't Becky Lynch, one of your biggest names. She's doing a good job with this championship. Good promos, new music. They're invested in her. Good matches so far. Bit botchy at SummerSlam in that Lyra match, but I think Becky Lynch gets the win here, and you could possibly squeeze another one out of this feud. My only concern would be Nikki winning on a DQ, but I'm confident enough to take Becky here as a parlay piece at 2-7. Up next, look at Roman Reigns against Bronson Reed, where Roman Reigns is the 1-3 favourite, and Bronson Reed is an underdog here at 5-2 plus 250. Many people are campaigning online for Bronson to win this. They don't think Roman Reigns needs the win. And I would probably agree with that to a certain extent, because you can keep the feud going and you know Roman's going to just put a team together against this new group, The Vision, and they're going to find a way to get their revenge. Rollins will be up against his usual foes, CM Punk and Roman Reigns. They'll be part of the other team. Maybe John Cena will be on that team as well. I don't know how it's going to play out, but Roman could take this loss. But then you factor in this statistic. Roman Reigns hasn't had a singles match on a PLE since he lost the title to Cody Rhodes. He has been on PLEs only in tag team matches or his Survivor Series appearance, or of course he was in the Royal Rumble as well. He was also in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. So this is his first one-on-one for 18 months. He's also been added to the cover. When I say added, they changed the whole cover and it's Roman Reigns' face. Over the last 3 days, that's become an alternative cover, and the main cover has gone to Logan Paul and John Cena, and rightfully so. That's been a red-hot build. But Roman Reigns isn't flying to Paris to lose, I don't feel. Bronson Reed, I think it's a great achievement to be in the ring with Roman Reigns. I think we see a good showing here from Bronson Reed, but ultimately this is leading to Roman Reigns winning and getting his sneakers back. The Shula Fallah's been great. But I think they went too far by putting actual Jordans on a T-shirt, and obviously they received a cease and desist from Jordan or Nike or whatever, and now that T-shirt's no longer available. It now just says the Tribal Thief without the trainers on it. So obviously something went down there, and I think they put an end to this all here, in terms of these two going one-on-one. Now, perhaps after this, Roman Reigns goes into a one-on-one match with Bron Breakker. And I would think that Bron Breakker is the priority project out of the two. You can't have Roman Reigns losing to both. So maybe if Roman loses to anybody, it can be Bron Breakker. Or maybe he goes through all of these, gets a title shot, and then ends up losing to Seth Rollins. I don't know, but I've convinced myself that Roman's loss isn't tonight. So I'm going to take Roman Reigns to win here at what is a pretty decent price for a Roman Reigns match at 1-3 minus 300. My lock here on this show, the maximum number of matches you can parlay together is 3. And that's perfect because I'm only interested in 3. Parlay together Becky Lynch, Roman Reigns at Seth Rollins at 1-6, 1-4 and 1-3. That comes out at odds of 47-50, which if you put £100 down will return you 194 overall for a £94 profit. Unfortunately, there aren't markets for the other matches. I couldn't find them, so we have to stick to these 4. Hopefully there'll be more available at the closer to the time, and you'll be able to get those matches if I decide to bet them over at lockbetting.com. Good luck with all of your bets as always, guys, and thanks for listening.